Today, Antina will tell you the story of Timun Mas. And this story is based on a folktale from Java. Antina has a new colleague. Antina calls her my Javanese cousin. And she's taken the time to introduce Antina to Bahasa Indonesia, as well as Indonesian history and cultures. A little bit of information about Java. Java is an island in Indonesia. It's also the world's most populated island. Secondly, there are multiple main languages spoken in Java. By the way, there are more than 700 languages spoken in Indonesia. Most Javanese, however, speak Bahasa Indonesia, the national language of Indonesia, as their second language. All right, so now let's get started with the story of Timun Mas. Pada suatu masa dahulu, once upon a time, there was a widow named Mbok Serini who lived in a humble house on the edge of a jungle. Mbok Serini wanted desperately to have a child, so she prayed and prayed. Until one day, she dreamt that she should go into the heart of the jungle where she would meet a giant who would give her a cucumber seed. When Mbok woke up the next day, she remembered her dream. So she got ready and set off on her journey, deep into the jungle. At the heart of the jungle, she met the giant in her dream, and the giant gave her a cucumber seed. The giant said, "Grow it well, but remember, one day I will come back to take whatever the seed gives fruit." Mbok then left the heart of the jungle to return back to her house. And once she was back at her house, she planted the cucumber seed in her garden. When she woke up the next day, Mbok was surprised to find that the seed had grown into a cucumber plant. The plant gave fruit to a large golden cucumber. And when Mbok opened the cucumber, she found a beautiful baby girl. She named her Timun Mas, meaning golden cucumber. So 8 years have passed, and during this time, Timun Mas grew into a beautiful young girl. One day, while Timun Mas was out playing, the giant stopped by at Mbok's house. The giant asked, "What did the seed give fruit?" "A baby girl," Mbok replied. "Oh, yummy. I can't wait to eat her. Bring her to me," said the giant. "Wait, don't eat her now. Wouldn't it be better to wait until she's bigger and meatier?" said Mbok, who did not want to lose her beloved child. The giant agreed. From then on, the giant returned every 2 years. Each time, Mbok stalled him with the promise of bigger and meatier Timon. After several visits, Mbok knew she couldn't stall the giant any longer, especially since Timun Mas had grown into an adult. Not knowing what to do, Mbok meditated. And during her meditation, she dreamt that Timun Mas must go up a mountain to meet a wise old hermit. Timun Mas went up the mountain, and there she met a wise old hermit wearing a white juba, or long robe. The hermit advised Timun Mas, "When the giant arrives, you need to run. Run as fast as you can." "With his long strides, how can I outrun him?" asked Timun Mas. The hermit gave Timun Mas a package, and within it were 4 smaller bags containing cucumber seeds, needles, salt, and terasi, or shrimp paste. The hermit instructed, "When it looks like the giant will catch up to you, open these bags, one by one, and spread their content." Timun Mas thanked the old hermit, and she then came down from the mountain with a package of 4 small bags in hand. After she descended from the mountain and neared her home, Timun Mas saw that the giant was waiting for her, so she started to run. Her mother Umbo tried to stall the giant, but the giant ignored her, and angrily, he ran after Timun Mas. Scared that the giant almost caught up to her, Timun Mas opened and spread behind her the content of the first bag, the bag of cucumber seeds. The seeds quickly grew into a forest of cucumber plants, whose vines entangled the giant. Timun Mas hurriedly ran away. After some time, the giant broke free and chased after her. Soon, he almost caught up to her. Scared, Timun Mas opened and spread behind her the content of the second bag, the bag of needles. When the needles hit the ground, they quickly grew into a sharp bamboo forest. The sharp tips of the bamboo wounded the giant and slowed him down. Timun Mas hurriedly ran away. After some time, the giant got out of the sharp bamboo forest and chased after her. And soon, he almost caught up to her. Scared, Timun Mas opened and spread behind her the third bag's content, the bag of salt. And when the salt hit the ground, they turned into a sea. And this sea slowed the giant down as he now had to swim after her. Timun Mas quickly ran away. After some time, the giant managed to swim through the sea and chased after her. Soon, he almost caught up to her again. Scared, Timun Mas opened and spread behind her the content of the last bag, the bag of terasi, or shrimp paste. And when the terasi hit the ground, they turned into a sea of boiling volcanic mud. Timun Mas hurriedly ran away. The giant tried to stop before reaching the sea of boiling hot mud, but he couldn't because he was running so fast. The giant then tried hard to get out, but the more he tried, the more he got stuck in the mud. Despite his struggle to break free, the giant got pulled down into the sea of boiling hot mud and drowned. There, the giant died. At last, though, Timun Mas finally could return home to the house at the edge of the jungle, where she and her mother could live happily ever after. In the story, the giant drowned in a sea of boiling mud, which was created by a bag containing terasi. Well, the terasi is indeed magical in the sense that despite its strong odor, it's a key ingredient in many wonderful dishes, such as sayur asam, gado-gado, roja, among others. Terasi is the word in Bahasa Indonesia. In Bahasa Malaysia, we call it belacan. And terasi or belacan is a condiment commonly used in Southeast Asian cuisine. One last cultural note. In earlier videos, Antina mentioned that Antina speaks Bahasa Malaysia. And some of you might wonder, what's the difference between Bahasa Malaysia and Bahasa Indonesia? Well, the two are mutually intelligible. That means when someone speaks Bahasa Indonesia, Antina can understand it. But there are differences in meanings and vocabulary. And one reason why the two languages have grown farther apart is due to our colonial history. Malaysia was a former British colony, while Indonesia was a former Dutch colony. So that's it. If you enjoyed watching Timun Mas and learned something new from this video, please click like on YouTube and subscribe to Antina's channel. That's it for the story of Timun Mas. Terima kasih. Thank you for watching, everyone. As always, Antina loves you. See you next time. Bye.